Today we're going to talk about how to find the equation of a line from 2 points. So our first question here says, determine the equation of the line that passes through 3, 1, and 6, 7. So I always try to remind myself what it is we're trying to find here. We are specifically looking for an equation. An equation of a line follows the format y equals mx plus b. So in order to have the equation of a line, I need to know what m and b are. M stands for slope, b stands for y-intercept. So in order to do the equation of a line, I need slope and I need y-intercept. So I am going to organize this so that I'm going to make a little section here for slope. I'm going to make a little section here for the y-intercept. And then I'm going to make a section here for my equation. Okay. Do I know the slope of my line? Did it tell me the slope somewhere in here? And the answer to that question is no. They did not tell me the slope. So we are going to start by finding the slope of our line. And we're going to do that using our slope formula, which we haven't used in a little bit. So the slope formula is m for slope equals y2 take away y1 divided by x2 take away x1. Now y2, y1, x2, x1, those are all coordinates of points. So in the question I was given 2 points. I have 3, 1 and 6, 7. Every point has an x and a y. And then you have to choose one of these to be point 1 and one of these to be point 2. So I'm going to let the first one, 3 and 1, be point 1. And then 6 and 7, I'm going to let that be my point 2. And I like to write this down because it helps me when I go to fill in the formula. So we have to do y2. y2 is the number 7. Take away y1. y1 is the number 1. Divided by x2, that's the number 6. Take away x1, which is the number 3. And then we're just going to calculate. 7 take away 1 is 6. 6 take away 3 is 3. Now, I'm going to see whether 6 divides evenly by 3, and if it does, I will divide it. And if it doesn't, I would try to reduce it as a fraction and then just leave it as a fraction. So 6 does divide nicely by 3. It is actually the number 2. So my slope is going to be 2. Okay, so in my equation, I need to know the slope and the y-intercept. I now know the slope. We just have to figure out the y-intercept. So to find the y-intercept, we do that using y equals mx plus b. So I'm going to write y equals mx plus b. And we are trying to solve for b, the y-intercept. So I know my slope is 2. And I also have 2 different points to choose from here. I have 3 and 1, and I have 6 and 7. And it is entirely up to you which one you want to pick. I think I might choose the 3 and 1. So 3 is going to be x, and the 1 is going to be my y. So in place of my y, I'm going to put in the number 1. Instead of m, we're going to put in our slope of 2. And in place of x, I'm going to put in the number 3. I'm going to just multiply 2 and 3 together. So I get 1 equals 6 plus b. And then I want to solve for b, so I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides. If you like, you can flip the equation over first. That's a choice. So 1 take away 6 is negative 5. Okay, so I now know that my slope is 2 and my y-intercept is negative 5. So we're going to finish off with our equation. So the generic form is y equals mx plus b. I'm not going to put anything in for x and y. The whole point of an equation is to have the x and y there so that you can potentially calculate any point you want. So this is going to be y equals m, so 2x, and then plus b. Instead of doing plus -5, I'm just going to write minus 5. So our equation of a line is y equals 2x minus 5. And that's how you find an equation from 2 points. So you have to find the slope first using our slope formula. Then you take that and calculate your y-intercept using y equals mx plus b. So using one of the points and the slope that you just calculated. And then to get your final answer, you just write everything inside your equation. So if you'd like to help, I can help you do the second example in our next video.